The man tossed a bill into tea until the entire note was soaked through. Then he pulled it out and laid it flat. A brand new bill had been transformed into an old, worn-out one. Next, he soaked a large batch of bills in tea, then dried them with a hairdryer. Turns out, old bills are harder to detect as counterfeit. To test the quality of his fake money, he decided to try it out at a small store. Taking advantage of the crowded chaos, his friend ordered a 50 yuan bottle of soda. But the moment the shop owner picked up the bill, something felt off. He rubbed it between his fingers and held it up to the light. The owner realized it was counterfeit. His friend instantly tensed up. Before he could run, the shop owner grabbed his arm. The man saw what was happening and rushed over, desperately pulling his friend out of the crowd. They bolted from the store with the owner hot on their heels. Eventually, they managed to lose him in a secluded alley. Back home, his friend was crushed. A month's worth of work had just turned into worthless paper. But the man picked up one of the bills and immediately noticed something was off about the texture. The problem was the paper itself. Real bills are made from special cotton fiber paper. The feel, even the sound when you crumple it, is completely different. It's made from a blend of natural fibers under strict government control. After multiple comparisons, they finally found the same cotton fiber paper in a magazine. They decided to chemically bleach the magazine pages. Then, they hand-drew every intricate detail on the bills. The tiny text on the collar area would cause scanning machines to fail. Even high-resolution scanners couldn't replicate it perfectly. Next, they cut out the drawn patterns and aligned the front and back of the bill. Then they created a miniature template to scale, polished the components, and baked them until hardened. Now came the printing. They used special color-shifting ink that made the bills display different colors at different angles. Without access to advanced printing machines, they had to print each color separately, cleaning the machine between each run. Finally, they mixed a special chemical solution to give the bills a brilliant sheen, making the texture identical to real currency. The most critical step was the security thread. Since the bills were glued front to back, they only needed to punch holes in the front, insert the security thread, and print the serial numbers. A perfect counterfeit masterpiece. After their unique tea aging process, they'd produced a large batch of fake bills. The next day, they decided to test them again at that same small store, but this time the man went in. His friend clutched his hand tightly, ready to pull him out and run if they got caught. The shop owner took the bill. The man's heart raced, but he successfully bought the soda and walked out without a scratch. They could hardly believe it was real. Then they took their counterfeit bills to make a deal with the gang. His friend was visibly nervous. The man asked the gang boss for 2 real bills first. He hid them under the table and mixed the counterfeit with the 2 real ones. Then he issued a challenge, asking the boss to identify the fake among the 3 bills. The boss made a menacing threat. If he could find the fake, they'd both die. However, the boss couldn't pick out the counterfeit from the real bills. Even the man himself couldn't tell them apart. The boss then asked about pricing, 200 in real cash for 500 in counterfeits, with a minimum order of 100,000 bills. But unexpectedly, the boss didn't want 100,000, he wanted 20 million. They were absolutely stunned. Still, the man accepted the deal. On the way home, his friend asked him where they'd get materials for 20 million fake bills. The man remained silent, but in his mind, he was already hatching an even bigger, more audacious plan.